Jiu-jitsu is a traditional Japanese martial art that focuses on grappling and close combat techniques. Its history is long and complex, intertwining with the broader history of Japan and its warrior class, the samurai. Here is a comprehensive overview of its development. Origins. The exact origins of Jiu-jitsu are difficult to pinpoint due to the secretive nature of its early practitioners and the lack of written records. However, its roots can be traced back over 2,000 years to ancient Japan, during the Yayoi period, 300 BC, 300 AD. Early forms of unarmed combat were practiced by the Japanese people, influenced by wrestling techniques brought from China and Korea. Development during feudal Japan. Jiu-jitsu began to take on a more formalized structure during the Kamakura period, 1185 to 1333, and Muromachi period, 1336 to 1573. These were times of constant warfare, and the samurai class emerged as the dominant warrior elite. The need for effective combat techniques that could be used when armed or unarmed led to the development of various jiu-jitsu styles. The term Jiu-jitsu itself translates to a gentle art, emphasizing using an opponent's force against them rather than relying on brute strength. Techniques included joint locks, throws, pins, and strikes, focusing on subduing or incapacitating an opponent. Edo period, 1603 to 1868. The Edo period was a time of relative peace under the Tokugawa shogunate, leading to a shift in the practice of jiu-jitsu. With fewer opportunities for battlefield combat, jiu-jitsu evolved into a more codified martial art, with numerous schools, ryu, developing distinct styles and techniques. Some of the notable jiu-jitsu schools from this period include Tenshin Shoden Katori Shinto Ryu, one of the oldest surviving martial arts schools in Japan. It included jiu-jitsu as part of its comprehensive curriculum. Takenouchi Ryu, founded in 1532, it is considered one of the oldest schools of jiu-jitsu, focusing on close combat techniques. Kito Ryu, emphasizing throws and grappling, it heavily influenced the development of judo. Jiu-jitsu also began to incorporate more philosophical and spiritual elements during this time, drawing on Zen Buddhism and other aspects of Japanese culture. Meiji Restoration and Modernization, 1868 to 1912. The Meiji Restoration brought significant changes to Japanese society, including the abolition of the samurai class and the modernization of the Japanese military. Jiu-jitsu faced a decline as Western-style military training and sports became more popular. However, some martial arts practitioners sought to preserve traditional techniques and adapt them to the modern era. The birth of Judo. One of the most significant developments in the history of Jiu-jitsu during this period was the creation of Judo by Jigoro Kano in the late 19th century. Kano, a Jiu-jitsu practitioner, sought to create a safer and more systematic martial art that could be practiced as a sport. He incorporated techniques from various jiu-jitsu schools and emphasized the principles of maximum efficiency and mutual welfare and benefit. Judo quickly gained popularity in Japan and abroad, helping to revive interest in traditional jiu-jitsu. 20th century and global spread. In the early 20th century, Japanese immigrants and martial arts enthusiasts began spreading jiu-jitsu and judo to other parts of the world. In Brazil, Mitsuyo Maeda, a judo expert, taught his techniques to the Gracie family, leading to the development of Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, BJJ. BJJ emphasized ground fighting and submission techniques, becoming a distinct and highly effective martial art in its own right. In Europe and the United States, Jiu-jitsu and judo schools were established, contributing to the global spread of these arts. The rise of mixed martial arts, MMA, in the late 20th and early 21st centuries further popularized jiu-jitsu techniques, particularly those of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, as essential components of modern combat sports. Jiu-jitsu today. Today, jiu-jitsu exists in various forms and continues to evolve. Traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu schools preserve ancient techniques and philosophies, while modern interpretations like Brazilian Jiu-jitsu focus on practical application in sports and self-defense. The art has also influenced other martial arts and combat sports, contributing to the development of techniques and training methods used by practitioners worldwide. In addition to its martial applications, Jiu-jitsu is practiced for physical fitness, mental discipline, and personal development. Its emphasis on technique, leverage, and adaptability makes it a versatile and enduring martial art that continues to attract practitioners of all ages and backgrounds.